Alright, so I have an article from TheVerge.com. Former Kotaku writers are launching a new video game site, and they own it this time. They started Aftermath, a new website about video games and culture. That's going to go so well, I imagine. 4 ex-Kotaku staffers are launching a new subscriber-based video games and culture publication, Aftermath. It'll be co-owned by Nathan Grayson, Gita Jackson, Riley McLeod, and Luke Plunkett, all Kotaku mainstays who helped shape its incisive voice before leaving the site for one reason or another. Aftermath is about the internet and everything that comes after, Jackson says in a recent interview I had with all 4 founders. I'm so interested in taking Aftermath and using this site to discuss the way that we live now, and the way that capitalism and the internet have really intertwined and changed a lot of the ways that we find self-expression, the way that media is made, and the way that we consume it. So in other words, on your subscriber-based website, you're going to probably spend a bunch of time complaining about capitalism and horse shit like that. Anyway, Plunkett says the group wants to bring a combination of skepticism. So much of video games is filtered through PR marketing bullshit, but also speak plainly about issues, games, and communities. The hope is that Aftermath is interesting enough that readers bookmark it and visit directly a few times a day to see what's new. Whether that's things like reported articles, reviews, or even just 500-word posts about stuff the staff sees that they think is stupid. Some of the first stories include posts about video game unions, Alan Wake 2, a bike ride McLeod went on, and Starfield's coffee situation. Because yeah, those last two sound so interesting. A freaking bike ride. What the fuck? You know? Anyway, then they talk some about it's been a devastating year for video game journalism. Well, I'd put that in quotes. They're not journalists, but whatever. They talk about the layoffs from Launcher and Waypoint, Inverse, Fanbyte, GameSpot, Giant Bomb, Dot Esports, Destructoid, Escapist. Yeah, I got Jackson was laid off from Vice, and Plunkett wondered if he should have left Kotaku sooner. I'll link this in the description box if you want to read it for yourself. But who is Luke Plunkett? Just one of them. He's a big piece of shit, basically, is who he is. Now this here is, he was complaining basically about, he was saying that Nintendo had blacklisted Kotaku because they wouldn't send them early review copies of games and blah blah blah, all that stuff. As you can see here, so this is how I feel about it. Now, he deleted this tweet later. And somebody comes at him. Well, because they blacklisted us for uploading a step-by-step guide on how to pirate their software on Kotaku, I think we will show Nintendo our staff's maturity by implying we want to kill the ethnically Japanese publishers. Jesus fucking Christ. Because this is the picture. As you can see, I won't say anything. I won't even dawdle on that for too long. Here's a story that Luke had written. Nintendo to companies and groups, please refrain from bringing politics into Animal Crossing. As you can imagine, he's not too happy about that. Here's a tweet from Sophia Narwitz. Luke Plunkett once misrepresented the majority of gamers who were upset at the historical retcons of Battlefield 5. This after DICE pitched it as them wanting to tell untold true stories of World War II before then changing things. And now he's complaining about historical retcon in Call of Duty. So he's a hypocrite, he's a big piece of shit. Here's something weird. Stormy Daniels says Donald Trump has a dick like the mushroom character from Mario Kart. Why in fuck's name are you talking about shit like that on Kotaku? You know? And there's more. And there's plenty more. You can find stuff. And there's all kinds of stuff about Grayson and all the rest of them fuckheads. You know, no need to inundate you with that kind of stuff. These people are idiots. They're wanting to start a subscriber-based website, which, number one, there's too many subscriber-based shit everywhere, as it is. You know, for Christ's sake, everybody's got a goddamn subscription video service and this and that and stuff, and you're not going to bring enough value to it. Your big thing is, well, you know, a bike ride. You know, Starfield's coffee situation. It's like, dude, people aren't going to spend money to want to read shit like that. What the fuck are you thinking? Anyway, like I said, I'll link this in the description box. You can read it for yourself. It goes on for a little bit longer and stuff. I mean, a lot longer is what I mean to say. And blah, blah, blah. It goes on. And you don't need to. I mean, I read it. It's not anything of too much value, basically. I mean, it's because it kind of goes on and kind of gives examples of other subscription-based sites and blah, all this kind of shit and stuff. And, you know, whatever. But, like I said, I'll link it in the description box. You can read it for yourself. I would kind of recommend it to at least skim over it just to kind of check it out for yourself, make your own mind up. But, I mean, if you don't, you're not missing anything of value, to be honest. I suspect this Aftermath site, if it lasts a year or two, I'll be really surprised, to be honest. 2, more than likely. Because, like, the first year, they might be able to churn up some stuff and Maybe they'll start making some controversial statements to try to get some publicity. No such thing as bad publicity, idiots will say and stuff, but, whatever. But if this lasts more than 2 years, I would be very, very surprised. But anyway, I've gone on long enough about this. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.